So this could either be the silliest fucking video or the most informative video I've made about myself. Um, how I know what the fuck this says. No, how I know what I know. Okay, that's a very relevant question. I'm sure plenty of people have been wondering that. Uh, and it's kind of complicated. So I'm just gonna fucking read whatever it is that I wrote a couple days ago that I don't even remember. I didn't even fucking scan through this before I hit record. So let's see if I was a moron 2 days ago. You know what else do you do with that? How I know what I know. Oh, this is gonna be really, really easy. You know. Do you know what the fuck that says? I wrote it. I don't even know what the fuck it says. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on from the point, which I still needed regular convincing, was, in a way, a handicap to my ability to teach, while at the same time providing just enough awkwardness to my approach to make my whole strategy of achieving what I wanted to achieve while not, getting killed again, uh, a lot easier. If I had taken such a logical approach, like, you know, documentary and news journalist. I mean, I have shirts and ties. I can fucking wear a shirt. I can cut my hair. I grew it out crazy just to fucking look crazy on video. Maybe. Um, but if I had taken such a logical approach, I would have risked much more. Like if I had just kind of scientifically analyzed this and made proper presentations of all the facts I wanted to convey, I would have actually reached far fewer people and in a purely intellectual way instead of a spiritual one. I would have been able to not be seen by the blind, but just I would just surrounded myself in pointless fucking arguments with people who want intellectual answers to spiritual things. And any way you think about that, that's completely counterproductive. Okay? So this is the way this needs to happen. Okay. The way I have gone about this has targeted those who have awakened, but also to the false awakening, but that no but know that no pretense should be applied to the one that they wait upon. Oh, okay, that actually does make. I was starting to lose faith that this was going to make sense. Okay. The way I've gone about this has targeted those who have awakened, but also to the false awakening. So, oh, okay. I have to get what I fucking wrote down. That's kind of sad, but funny. So I'll let it slide. Um, you can laugh at me. That's the same as laughing with me. I don't care. So those who have awakened and also know about the false awakening should know that no pretense should be applied to the one that they wait upon. There are no accidents, ever. Only faithless acts and the chain reactions that follow. If I make a mistake, or something had happened when I'm speaking, something bad happens, or when I'm speaking or acting on faith. So if I make a mistake, or when something bad happens, when I'm speaking or making a mistake, translating. I'm sorry. I'm translating my own writing into English again. That beats writing backwards. Oh yeah, whole backwards writing thing. There were 2 copies of everything. I wrote it like this. Okay. Freemasons might know about that. That was definitely buried through a concerted effort of the Romans, though. So, no telling whether or not anybody fucking has a clue about that anymore. Shit you don't know about. Now that was a nice modern technology. So that was a cool office. I should draw that sucker out. Nothing with papyrus scrolls had ever been so efficient. It's some funny shit because it's true. The fact that it's true just makes it so much more funny. Okay. So back to translating the weird fucking hieroglyphics that come out of my fingers when I move pens around on papers. So if I make a mistake or something bad happens when I'm speaking or when I'm acting on faith, I know there are 2 possibilities. One is that I can doubt the validity of faith because this event occurred. But the other is that I can pass that test and move on. While all seems lost, in the worst of times, God pulls me through. So why should I let something small discourage me? If I write something wrong, and doing so leads someone to a learning experience, if I say something wrong, and researching what I said leads you to realize that the greater truth of what I said is right, then I've allowed you to learn in a more rich, fulfilling way. And your comprehension of those facts means that you're not just somebody holding a weapon. You're a warrior who's trained to use it. Supposed to be reading. Sorry. So, if I write something wrong, doing so leads someone to a learning experience, or what is true in one reality that I explain is actually flipped in another reality, the same thing holds true. And the same thing holds true like in everyday life. If you are running late and you see an accident on your way to work, that mistake might have just saved your life, didn't it? True love's kiss. There's been many times where I just had to give my wife another kiss before she left. And another kiss, and another kiss, and another kiss. And man, baby, I saw this huge. I'm so glad she said this. I'm so glad I got that last kiss because there was a huge accident right in front of me on my way to work. Poor girl has to commute way the fuck. So that's just a good example. But you get the idea. Everything happens for a reason. All right. And just using that as an excuse to pass things off and not consider them or not, see the meaning behind it. It's a tragic mistake. You can see evidence of God in your everyday life once you take a few steps forward in faith. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides be the iniquities and tyrannies of selfish and evil men. Blessed is he who shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. I will strike down with great vengeance and furious anger any who attempt to poison the minds of or destroy the flesh of my brothers, my children. I will call forth the armies of the King of the North, and you will know my name is the Lord when I have laid my vengeance upon you. Does Russia not come?